Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing through a new Star Realms card that I've created. I'm going to do a couple play tests of it. It is called the Troubadour Flagship. This is the third in the Troubadour series. And the Troubadour Flagship starts with 35 health per player. And the starting player, me, will start with 50. And I've gone ahead and shuffled this deck. The Explorer deck doesn't get shuffled. Let me shuffle my hand size, and we'll get started. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you're not familiar with Star Realms, it's a card game. You can play it solo, cooperatively, or competitively. It's a very fun game. I just enjoy playing it quite a bit. But there's also quite a lot of fan-created content. I create my own too and share it with the world. And the solo game puts me up against a boss. Now, if you've watched the previous videos, you'll know that a lot of times I have to make changes to this based on, I usually play it about, 8 to 10 times and fiddle with the rules until I feel like I've got it somewhat balanced. I played this one time. It did beat me pretty bad, so I made some changes, and we may make some more changes. We'll go ahead and see. So I'll go ahead and get started. Draw my 5, 1, 2, 3. Actually, my 3. Excuse me. The first player who goes always draws 3 cards, and I'll reveal the 5 here. Now, the Troubadour Flagship has some interesting special abilities. When a yellow card is revealed, it says scrap and replace all 3 or higher cost cards in trade row. All bases that you have, all bases, not outposts, all bases are destroyed, but if you have no bases, you take 4 damage. If you draw a red card, it says you get to choose. Either the boss destroys the 2 highest cards in your hand, or you take 6 damage. If you draw a green card, for each faction represented in the boss core damage, the core damage is going to be represented up here, and it will be the first card on the boss's turn. The first card here gets pulled up here. So depending on how many are up here, for each faction represented in the boss core, the boss receives 3 healing. If all 4 factions are represented, the boss gets a bonus 2. So the boss is going to start healing up pretty quick if you don't start whittling that damn health down. And then finally for blue, for each 1 or 2 cost cards in the boss core damage pile. So for every time the boss has a 1 or 2 cost card up here, the boss will gain 2 damage and gain 2 healing. So you got to watch these cards that the boss is going to get and maybe clear them out of the way. We'll see how that works. This is actually, the blue is actually the one that got me the worst, because I was ignoring these 1 and 2 cards, and he was building it up, and at one point I pulled a blue, and he did 12 or 15 damage, something like that, and it wiped me out. All right, I'm starting with a 3 scouts. All right, I want to go ahead and get this blue outpost with 4 defense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Probably shooting myself in the foot, because the boss's turn is now. It will go ahead and get a 1 cost faction card. So if I draw a blue, that's going to add to the damage. Everything shifts down, and then we reveal this card and determine what happens. It is a green. So for each faction represented, the boss heals 3. There's only 1 faction, so the boss is already up to 38. There we go. All right. My turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I've got 2 purchase, 4 purchase, and 1 damage. I'll do the damage. And with the 4 costs, 4 purchase, there are no blue cards in the line. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do is go high. I'm going to go with the Brooder, which it does 6 damage. And so I'm focusing on green and blue cards, or I'm going to try to focus on green and blue cards. We refill that. I draw 1, 2. That means I'm going to have to shuffle. And it looks like the boss is going to get another 2 cost card. I just didn't, I don't know, maybe I should have bought that red card and this missile card for 2. Main reason being, like I said, is if I draw a yellow, it's 3+ cards. So all these are going to get scrapped. And by the way, the yellow works with the blue. The yellow removes all 3 cost cards, and they're replaced, and it's possible they'll add 1 and 2 cost cards. So the Troubadour, which is like this drone, it's this enemy that uses drones. The idea is I'm using 1 and 2 cost cards to represent these small attacks that the Troubadour faction will do to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you try to, when I try to do something like this, I try to do a theme. I try to come up with some way that the 3 cards in the Troubadour series sort of have similar attacks. They're not 100% the same, but they sort of are in the same family. All right, 1, 2, oh, look at that. I got the 6. All right, I needed that. So I drew my 5, but it is now the enemy's turn. This card goes up. And by the way, I forgot to do, it did me 1 damage last turn. I forgot to do that. So I'm down to 49. And then this turn, everything shifts. It's going to do a base 2 damage. And it draws yellow. All right, so here's what I was worried about. So the higher cost cards is obviously what I want to buy, but drawing yellow is going to scrap all 3 plus cards, which is this one, and this one. So these are scrapped. And it replaces it with a 4, a 5, ooh, good, and a 4. So no 1 and 2 cost cards there. There are some here. And that is the end of the enemy's turn. The enemy will do 2 damage to me. By the way, replace all 3. All bases are destroyed. I didn't destroy any bases. If no bases, take 4 damage, 4, 5, 6. So I'm down to 43, just like that. All right, I have 3 purchase, and I have 6, 7 damage, which knocks him down to 30. And with the 3 purchase, I'm focusing on blue and green. I cannot get this blue, but I can get this green for 2. Let's replace this. And I have a 1 cost. There's nothing that costs 1, so this goes into the pile, and that is my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The enemy's turn. All right, the enemy draws this card. This is a non-faction card, but he still gets it for purposes of damage points. Everything shifts, and we draw a green. Okay, green says for each faction represented, there's only, well, this is yellow. Sorry, I was wrong. That's a yellow faction, and so there's 2 factions. For each faction, the boss heals 3, so he's going to heal 6. And then if all 4 are represented, bonus 2. So not all 4. And then he's going to do 3 damage to me, so I'm down to 40. And now it's my turn. Oh, man, come on. I only do 1 damage this turn. 35. And I've got 4 purchase. No, no, no. Yes, I will take this one for 4. And we reveal a 4. And that is the end of my turn. Let me go ahead and draw 1, 2, which means I'm going to need to shuffle. One of the things I'm already thinking about modifying on here is the Troubadour's starting health. The Troubadour flagship, in my opinion, is pretty powerful because of that getting rid of the 3 higher cards. That prevents me from possibly purchasing those higher cost cards. And then also, if you draw a blue, for every 1 and 2 cost card in in here, they do additional damage. So what I'm thinking of is lowering the starting health. We will see, 3, 4, 5, because in the first game I played, he wiped me out bad. It was like 20-something to 0. I mean, he was way ahead. All right, so there's my draw. This one comes up here. He's got 2 factions represented. Everything shifts down, and we reveal a blue, which is not what I wanted. For each 1 or 2 cost cards, so there's a 1, there's a 2, and I think the rest of these are higher than 2. So he's going to do 2 damage, and then he's going to do for each 1 or 2 cost cards, the boss gains 2. So 2, 4, 6 damage. So I'm down to 36. And he heals 2, so he heals 4, so he's up to 39. Yeah, this is where I was in the first game I played, where I just could not seem to be whittling down his health fast enough. All right, the good news is I have an outpost, and I have 4 spend. I will go ahead and buy this blue, because I'm trying to get blue ally cards out. We'll replace it with a red, And that is the end of my turn. I did no damage this turn, but I can heal one or get one purchase. I'll go ahead and heal for one, and it is now the boss's turn. Let me draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This comes up here. It's another 2 card, which is not good. I'll leave that up here so I can see that he's got 3 of the 1 and 2s, and then these are others. I'll just keep them separated by faction. How about that? All right. These shift down, and we reveal a...
Check out the new RPG and Wargame Newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
Non-aligned, which is good. That's what I wanted. All right. The non-aligned will do a base of 5 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. So I'm down to 27. Just like that. All right. Let's keep going. Damage, purchase, and damage. Okay, here we go. Now I do have a blue out, so I get the ally here. So, oh, you know what I forgot to do? He would have destroyed my trading post for 4, so I go back up 4 points. Sorry. So I'm up to 31. I knew there was something I forgot to do. 31. All right. I am dealing 1, 5, 11 damage. Oh, no, I don't get to do this because he was destroyed. Never mind. But this does say you may acquire a ship of cost 4 or less for free and put it on top. 4 or less. That's a ship. That's a ship. I will copy another ship you've played this turn. Stealth Neater has that faction and in addition to Machine Cult. But this one does 3 damage. You may scrap up to 2 cards. This one does 5 damage. Let's take the red. Let's take the red. All right, so I've got 6, 7 damage, so it's down to 32. And that's done, and this is done. And this is done. And that leaves me with 2 purchase power, which I will buy. Let's go ahead and get this one out of so he doesn't take a 2. All right, that is it for my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It is now, I forgot to replace this one. So this card goes up here. It is a red. Everything shifts. And this is where things are going to start going south for me. Because right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, he's doing a 6 base damage every turn, plus whatever he draws. Draws a red. Okay, the red says choose. The boss will destroy the 2 highest cards in my hand, or I take 6 damage. Well, the 2 highest cards will do 5 damage and 3 purchase. Do I care about the purchase? 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. So I'll do either 6 damage or I've got 3, 4, 5, 8. I've got 8 purchase. I could buy a lot of cards with 8. I could buy that one and that one. I'm going to take a chance here. Oh, 6 damage plus 6 is 12. But if I destroy the top 2 cards in my hand, I'm really going to lose out. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll take the 6 damage. 6 plus 6 is 12. So I'm down to, what? I can't do the math. 19? 19. All right, 19 damage. Okay, my turn. So purchase, damage, and then I've got to decide. All right, 6 damage, 3, 4, 5, or 1 damage and 6, 7, 8 purchase power. I think I'm in trouble. So let's go ahead and get some damage dealing card. I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to go ahead and just do 1 damage, knock him down to 31. And I'm going to use the 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to purchase this for 4. I've got 4 left. And then I'm going to purchase this one for 4 because it does 5 damage. And that is the end of my turn. All right, we reveal a 2. Okay, so the 2 comes up here. He now has 3 factions. Everything shifts. And we reveal a blue, which is not good. All right, so let me shuffle my deck and draw my 5. The blue says for each 1 or 2 cost cards, he's going to gain 2 damage and 2 health. So yeah, this one may be, I'm starting to see a pattern with this one. I think this one may be a little too high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so with drawing blue, he's going to do a base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And then for each 1 and 2 cost card, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus, what did I say, 7 is 15 damage. I'm down to 4. Yeah, this one's a tough one. And then he heals 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So he's back up to 39. So I'm definitely going to have to fiddle with these numbers. I'm already realizing that that is way too high of a heal bonus for him. Plus his starting health was way too high. All right, so what do I got? Well, I've got that to defend myself. 5 damage, 1, 4. Okay. This is a mercenary. Scrap a card from your hand or discard pile. I really don't care about that. And I got 1 purchase. So let's say 4, scrap a card in your hand or discard pile. I cannot buy anything with a 1. Well, actually I can. I can buy the trade raft. So let's go ahead and replace it. All right. So I can scrap I'm going to scrap the explorer. I mean the scout so it doesn't come up again. And then 5, you may put a card from your discard on top of your deck. You may put a card from your discard. Well, I don't really have anything useful in my discard, but I will go ahead and put that up there. So 5, 6, 10 damage. 10 knocks him down to 29. And that's all I can do. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to lose the game because this will absorb 5, but it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 5 is 3 damage left. I might end up with 1. Let's see what happens. I draw a yellow. Okay. So the yellow says scrap and replace all 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So all these go away. All these go away. And if no bases, I only have an outpost, I take 4 damage, which by the way is absorbed by this, so I'm okay there. But then it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This takes 5, leaving me with 1 health left. See how that worked? So, so even though it wasn't able to destroy, it would have destroyed all my bases, but I had an outpost that absorbed 4 of that 5. It is now my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless I can do 29 damage, which ain't looking good. I've got the trade raft, and I've got another base out, but that unfortunately is not going to help me this turn. I can heal for 1, which isn't going to matter because with 8, 9 minus 4 is 5. Yeah, he's going to get through my defenses no matter what. So I heal for 1. Sure, why not? And heal for 1, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. This allows me to draw a card. That allows me to do 4 damage, so he's down to 25. You may acquire a ship of cost 4 or less and put it on top of your deck. I'll take one of these because it's going to let me draw a card, but it's not going to matter ultimately. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 purchase. I'll purchase this one. Purchasing is done. Damage has been done. And then, like I said, this comes up here. Everything shifts. I've only got 2 health left with 4 shields. And it draws a red. Choose. Oh, you know, hold on. No, I'm going to die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Destroy 2 highest cards in your hand, highest cost. Well, that would be the 2 4s, so I'll get rid of those. Then, because it doesn't take the 6 damage, it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. This takes away 4, leaving 5, which means I'm down to 0. And that is how the Troubadour flagship worked. All right, so This is my second play. I will probably be playing this at least 6 or 7 more times until I fine-tune this. One thing I already know that's going to happen is I'm going to lower the starting health. I mean, it beat me this time 25-0, which is about what it beat me the last time. I think it's healing too fast when it gets a green or a blue. But I may also try it with increasing. Well, first off, I'll change the healing and I'll play it and see how that works. If that still feels unbalanced, what I can do is I could increase the cost of the cards that are scrapped from the 3+ to maybe 4+, and that would give me more variety of cards that I can purchase. So, but anyway, there you go. Another test playthrough of the Troubadour flagship. When I'm done with this, you'll be able to download this as a PDF with a basic rule set of how to play the solo game. You can get all my free content by signing up for my free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Monday. It covers gaming, war games, RPGs, board games, card games, you name it. You can sign up for that newsletter, and it comes out every Monday, and usually in each newsletter there will be links to download the freebies that I make for like Star Realms or Frostgrave, and I'm considering some other stuff as well. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for watching as I played through a playtest of my new Troubadour flagship. I'll be back very soon with another Star Realms game. Until then, everybody, take care.